pretty appropriate time to maybe fake this one, Dale.
Johnson doing the holding. J.T. Hay with the kick. It is up, and it is good. It is now Winnipeg 27 and Calgary 4 with 4:22 remaining in the third quarter. We'll be right back.
It was Kalirenko, the offensive tackle, that was taken off the field, not Dave Kersinger. It was 68, not 69, so we apologize for that error.
Did you say Kerry Elarenko?
Something like that.
That's what I thought. John Hufnagel's replaced Tom Clements, and he throws a little too short for Joe Poplaski out at midfield on 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Hufnagel now in there replacing Tom Clements, and that's exactly what the Bombers wanted, to get a big enough lead here in this ball game to give Clements some time to rest that injured ankle of his, which was not 100% coming into the ball game. And there's winner number 6 of a General Motors trip to the Grey Cup, Mr. G. Fozard of 399 Cole Road in Guelph, Ontario. Now the 2nd and 10 play for the Bombers. Hufnagel looking for Jeff Boyd, and Boyd has got it. Well thrown football and a beautiful pattern run by Jeff Boyd. He just broke it outside, and a 31-yard gain.
I'll tell you, this was a touchdown, too. If Hopkins doesn't get over there and push Boyd out of bounds, he needed about 2 more feet, and he was gone. What a big night Jeff Boyd has had so far. He came into the ball game with 1,235 yards. 13 touchdowns. He's picked up 2 more tonight.
1st and 10, Bombers at the Calgary 44. The draw to Willard Reeves. Darryl Moyer, the safety, moved up to the line of scrimmage. Got in on the tackle. Gain of a couple on the play. They'll spot the ball at the 42-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Reeves, the CFL's leading rusher, playing tonight with injury to his left hand after he suffered a deep bruise, getting that hand banged on the helmet. You see he's wearing gloves. I don't think he was wearing gloves in the early part of the ball game, maybe. 2nd down and 8. Poplaski reaches up and snares this pass from Hufnagel to the 30-yard line, and a 1st down for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. 12-yard gain for Joe Poplaski, nominated as the Bombers' Outstanding Canadian Player, an award he has won previously as the Outstanding Canadian Player in the entire CFL.
And what a consistent performer Joe has been with the Winnipeg Blue Bombers in his 8-year career. Over 1,200 yards on receptions again this year.
Hufnagel with good protection going for Poplaski. Bernie Morrison had gone over there to help on the coverage along with Larry Hogue, and it goes incomplete. 2nd down and 10 coming up. The ball at the Calgary 30-yard line. Just want to remind viewers of CTV's coverage of Skate Canada 85 from London, Ontario, and coverage continues tomorrow, October the 26th, from 4:30 to 6, and again tomorrow night from 7 until 8, and also on Sunday from 4:30 to 6. All times, of course, are Eastern. Skate Canada from London, Ontario. The draw play, Hufnagel handing off to Willard Reeves. He's hit by James Walker right at the line of scrimmage. He falls forward for a gain of a yard. It'll be 3rd down, and we'll see the field goal unit and Trevor Kennard. Kennard has 9 points tonight, so he has 190 on the season, 5 short of the single-season record set by Dave Cutler. And the horse has not moved an inch tonight. Stampeders with a single and a field goal, and Trevor Kennard now trying to add to the Bomber lead with a 38-yard field. It is good. So it is now Winnipeg 30 and Calgary 4, and Trevor Kennard has 193 points on the season.
A field goal away from an all-time record of single-season scoring.
Well, so he'd have it by now if he hadn't gone 0 for 3 in his first 3 field goal attempts tonight.
First couple of attempts were rather long, around the 45 yards, but the third one was from 22 yards out. Let's go down to Al McCann.
You know, there aren't a lot of people here, as you were mentioning, Dale, but although the Calgary Stampeders have work to do to get this franchise back in a healthy state, I'm getting a little tired of all the gloom and doom stories I read about in the newspapers. You know, this league still has a lot of good things. I know that people are interested in the Canadian Football League. I know that over 50,000 will watch a game at Edmonton Sunday. I know the Winnipeg Blue Bombers drew an all-time attendance record this year. The last time I saw the TV ratings, they were up from last year. So a lot of people care about the CFL, and believe me, I got total faith in the league.
Well, I have to agree with you, Al, on all those points. And no doubt there's going to be that big crowd Sunday afternoon in Edmonton. BC and the Eskimos going at it Sunday afternoon. Second down play, and Rick Johnson won't get a chance to throw this one as he's sacked once more by Tyrone Jones for a loss of about 3 or 4. He was looking at second down and 6. Now it's third down and punting.
Boy, just constant pressure on Johnson all night long. Jones with his second sack individually, and he's also helped out on a couple other ones. Very confusing defense for a young football club in terms of the way Winnipeg puts pressure on a quarterback. They bring people from all over.
J.T. Hay gets a good one off. Back to the 30-yard line goes Glenn Steele on the return. And Scott Bissessar is there to tackle Glenn Steele shy of the 35-yard line. Some more winners. Mike Aston, Roller 2 from Oakwood, Ontario. Congratulations. You'll get a Grey Cup weekend in Montreal. Mr. R. Richardson, 221 Queen Street West in Brampton, Ontario, is our 8th winner. And the General Motors All-Star Kickoff weekend at the Grey Cup. That was a 48-yard punt and a 3-yard return. First down for the Bombers at their own 34-yard line. And Hopkins stops him right at the 41-yard line. And that should do it for the third quarter here at McMahon Stadium in Calgary. It is Winnipeg 30 and Calgary 4. We'll be back with fourth quarter action in just a moment. He's done enough for tonight. Standing beside Fred Glick. Bombers with a big lead here, 26 points. John Humpnagle came into the ball game in the third quarter. And to get this fourth quarter underway is looking down at 2nd and 3 for the Bombers at their own 41.5-yard line. And Humpnagle just completes the shorty to Pat Kantner, enough to pick up the first down as he steps out of bounds at the 47-yard line.
Kantner in there replacing Sean Kehoe, was hurt on that final play of the third quarter. And there's your Chevy stats through 3 quarters, and as you can see, only 137 yards in total for the Calgary Stampeders offensively.
And they turned the ball over 4 times.
The last 2 have really cost them 14 points.
It was 13-1 at halftime. Now it's 30-4 in favor of Winnipeg. Humpnagle does a job to get away from the rush and gets to the 50-yard line, to the 51, and picks up close to 4 yards on the play. Humpnagle, of course, not noted for his running ability, but that time made a good enough move to get around Vince Goldsmith and Eugene Belleville.
Dale, the Winnipeg coaching staff just checked with me about Trevor Kennard's point total. They want to get him that record, and they now realize he needs only a field goal to do it, so watch for him to get that chance.
Second down. Humpnagle for Murphy, and it is picked off. Mel Jenkins with, I believe, his first interception of the season. As that ball was intended for Murphy. Humpnagle, of course, was intercepted 5 times last week against Edmonton, and has this one picked off by Jenkins.
You know, John had an excellent record going into last week in terms of interception. He'd only thrown 4 all year. Now his 6th in the last 2 games. But that one was just about as good as a punt. They put the Stampeders all the way back to their own 16-yard line.
Johnson stays in there at quarterback for the Stampeders. 1st and 10 with 13 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the ball game. Johnson buying a little extra time, and it's knocked away by Scott Flagel. Emmanuel Tolbert was wide open. when Johnson threw the football, but Flagel came from a long way to knock it down.
Well, you could just see Scott Flagel waiting back there for Johnson to try and deliver that football to Tolbert. He actually put a lot on it, but Flagel timed it perfectly and almost had another interception.
Tolbert, who is the Stampeders' leading receiver on the season, has not caught a pass tonight. 2nd down and 10. And they give it to Greg Feger, and he is stopped shy of the line of scrimmage. James West is there. The loss of 1 on the play. It's 3rd down and 11. So James West has made his presence known here tonight. Former Stampeder, playing in his 5th game with the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. The Stampeders have to punt it away once more. This is the 10th punt of the ball game. Ellis on the return. Brings it back inside the 45-yard line. Good field position for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, and Trevor Kennard waiting to set a record, and we'll be back in just a moment. The ball game, the Blue Bombers enjoying a 26-point lead over the Calgary Stampeders, and the Bombers looking to gain a home game in the playoffs. They, of course, will probably be sitting back next weekend waiting to see what happens, to see whether it's going to be the semifinal or the Western Final. And there's our 9th winner of a trip to the Grey Cup, Celia Baker, Route 3 River Road. In Ontario, Mario de Ilse from Monty Street, Montreal North, Quebec. Winner number 10. It's 1st down Bombers from the 43-yard line. Huffnagel completes it out here to Willard Reeves, and he just steps out of bounds with it at about the 36.5-yard line. Gain of 6 yards. His first catch of the evening.
Well, this is going to be interesting if the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, they want very much for Trevor Kennard to get that record. He needs just 1 field goal to set a single-season scoring record, but the way they're throwing the ball right now, they may wind up getting 6 points. I'm sure they're not going to turn their back on that.
Right now it's 2nd down and about 4 yards to go. Huffnagel quickly to Joe Poplawski. Brings upfield. 1st down. Popped out of bounds by Darryl Moyer. It was 1977 when Dave Cutler set the single-season scoring record, 195 points. If you take another look at this last play, and again, it's interesting to note that 1977 was the year that Winnipeg, BC, and Edmonton all finished tied for 1st place at 10-6, and a very good possibility that those same 3 teams could end up in a tie again this year.
But with 12-4, right?
Exactly. 1st down Bombers from the Calgary 29-yard line. Penalty marker down. Looked like Eugene Belleville was offside. Pass is knocked away. Culpepper got his hand on it.
Pass intended for Nealon. Knocked down by...
Well, you know, this ball game really started very slowly offensively, and if anything turned it around for Winnipeg, I think it was a couple of catches by a young Jerome Erdman, the one in particular in the 1st half, which set up Boyd's first touchdown, and then of course, coming out here early in the 3rd quarter, he made a great catch and run down to the 1-yard line.
Calgary 84. 1st down repeated.
Belleville called for the offside.
So it's 1st and 5 Bombers at the 24-yard line. You may see a quarterbacking change for the Stampeders the next time they get the ball. Greg Bavra is loosening up along the sidelines. Willard Reeves takes the handoff from John Huffnagel, gets to about the 21-yard line. He'll be close to 2.5, 3 yards short of the 1st down. Bernie Morrison making the tackle. So it'll be 3rd down. And the short yardage unit comes in for the Bombers. I'm sorry, it's 2nd down.
If and when Trevor Kennard gets his chance, Dale, he's got ideal conditions. There is absolutely no wind at all now.
2nd down and 2.5 yards to go for the Bombers from the 21-yard line. Give us to Willard Reeves. He's got a 1st down, but there is a penalty marker. Reeves gets to about the 11-yard line. Takes 3 or 4 Stampeders to bring him down. Larry Hogue makes the tackle. It's holding Winnipeg. They'll bring it back.
May have been Joe Poplawski on the outside there who had sealed off the outside for Reeves, guilty of the infraction. Joe got 2 or 3 blocks on the play.
Holding. Winnipeg 63.
Well, they say Walby.
Down repeated.
He was also sealing on that right side, the big right tackle of the Bombers.
So now it's a passing situation for Winnipeg. 2nd down and 12 yards to go. The ball
I think
back
Trevor
to
is
31.
sitting over there on the sideline hoping it's incomplete.
See if Hucknagel will just get it. Well, he'll go up with it. He's going to be in trouble. Hucknagel does a job to get away from the rush. Throwing it into the end zone for Willard Reeves. He's got a touchdown. So Trevor Kennard will get a chance for a 1-point convert rather than attempting a field goal. And that is the first touchdown of the season for Willard Reeves by a pass reception.
And you know, Dale, he doesn't really rank among the top running backs as far as a receiver is concerned, but gee, does he make a great catch here. Watch this.
Got in behind Culpepper.
He goes high into the air, and you can't ask for much better than that. Reeves had only 18 receptions coming into tonight's ball game throughout the season.
And bad hand and all tonight. Big touchdown catch, and Trevor Kennard converts it. And now it is Winnipeg enjoying a 37-4 lead over the Calgary Stampeders. We'll be right back. Bombers leading the Stampeders. Trevor Kennard to kick off from the 45-yard line. Hopkins from the 6 to the 25. And we have 10 minutes left to play in the ball game. A 19-yard return by Hopkins.
And the Bombers go ahead 37-4 with a great escape by John Huffnagel.
Something he's not noted for.
Pressured initially by Beliveau, and watch this catch by Willard Reeves behind Knox Culpepper, and he goes high into the air to make one of his few receptions of the year.
43 yards in just 4 plays, and Greg Vavra is now in at quarterback for the Stampeders, replacing Rick Johnson. 50-10 to the 26. His first pass goes incomplete, trying to get it to Greg Feger, and he was being covered by James West.
Winnipeg defeated these Calgary Stampeders 43-6 in the first meeting between these two teams this year.
Stampeders will close out the regular season at Iverwin Stadium in Hamilton a week from tomorrow. 7:30 start Eastern Time, Saturday, November 2nd. 2nd down and 10 now for the Stampeders with Greg Vavra looking, finding Ray Alexander, and he completes the pass, and Alexander's driven out of bounds immediately by Ken Haley. It's a first down Calgary. 16-yard gain. Vavra really put something on that one. To Beverly, the 45, 46-yard line. Wago was there. Well, we'll have one more Friday night football game for you, and we'll be at BC Place in Vancouver as the Lions will close out the regular season against the Ottawa Roughriders. And of course, that game is probably going to mean something to both clubs, as both are in the hunt for finishing first in their respective divisions. That'll be our Friday night telecast on CTV 1 week from tonight. Ottawa, Vancouver, 10 o'clock start Eastern Time. This one is almost picked off by David Shaw as Vavra tried to get the football to Spencer Jackson.
Shaw looking for 6 points all the way there. Was just a fraction late in trying to make this interception.
That was 2nd down and 6. It is now 3rd down and J.T. Hay to punt. Nice high spiral by J.T. Hay. Coming down to Glenn Steele. He's only 26. Trying to turn the corner and is forced out of bounds at the 40-yard line. That's where the Bombers will take over. They lead at 37-4. We'll be right back.
38-yard line.
Guy in the middle there, Frank. He does have his shirt off.
Well, I would imagine he's got his antifreeze right up his snuff.
His antifreeze is up, but the elevator isn't.
Well, Winnipeg takes over now at their own 40-yard line. John Huffnagel in at quarterback, replacing Tom Clement. Winnipeg trying to move the ball in a position where Trevor Kennard can get his single-season scoring record. That's about all the mystery that's really left in this football game. It's 37-4.
And Huffnagel stays on the ground with it now on first down. And again, our question for tonight, I'd like to see more Sunday afternoon TV doubleheaders during the fall. The numbers to call, 50-cent service charge per call, and we'll give the result of that poll at the conclusion of tonight's football game. It's now 2nd down and 8 for the Bombers at their own 42-yard line. Cantner picking up 2 yards on first down. Huffnagel wants to go deep, and there is James Murphy trying to run underneath it, and it's just a little too far.
Huffnagel looking for Murphy.
So it'll be 3rd down, and the Bombers will be punting the football away. Another winner of the trip to the Grey Cup. It'll be a long trip for R. Desolé of Montreal. If you'll get a chance to enjoy yourself during Grey Cup 85, Denise Gauthier, 415 Rouge Aubin, Post Office Box 34-5. And one more winner that we'll give to you in just a moment. Keep you in suspense for a while, Frank.
All right, I'll be waiting right here.
The punt by Bob Cameron. Scott Bissessar fielded that punt, and looks like a no yards call against the Bombers. Only a 36-yard kick by Bob Cameron. And there is winner number 13, lucky 13,
that would be
J.S. Magwood of Bridgetown, Nova Scotia, 35 Granville Street East. So those 13 names that we have been showing you for the past 2 quarters will get a chance to spend some time in Montreal at Grey Cup 85.
First down. Dale, I just talked to David Shaw. He almost made that interception touchdown, but he jammed his thumb badly on that play. And he's telling me, of all things, that's the thumb that he had broken earlier in his career, and he said it really smarts. I can believe it.
Greg Favre in trouble, and James West gets there.
Boy, absolutely nobody touching the former Calgary Stampede linebacker, number 58, James West. He said he was going to make big plays tonight. Here's the big one. Got excellent speed, and Favre has no chance to pull up and throw the football.
About a 10-yard loss. It's now 2nd and 20 from the 37-yard line. Whoa, Tyrone Jones just missed Favre. Oh, and David Shaw just missed another interception.
And I'll tell you what, James West did not miss Favre.
That's right.
He hit him just after the young quarterback released the football, and he took a beating.
Spencer Jackson, the intended receiver, and Shaw was reading it all the way.
The ball is up a little bit more, and Shaw would have had the 6 going back the other way.
He already has an interception return for a touchdown this year. Of course, that came in the first matchup against the BC Lions in Winnipeg. First turned that ball game around in favor of Winnipeg. That particular play. Here's the punt by JTA, and it's a beauty. Back inside the 20-yard line goes Glenn Steele. And he gets it back to the 20-yard line, maybe the 21. That's about all. Bissessar was downfield in on the tackle. A 53-yard punt. The JTA on a 1-yard return. Following the game, the Carling O'Keefe Sports Game Stars will receive a Royal Canadian Mint 1-ounce gold coin presented by Tilley, Canadian manufacturers of fine leather goods. At Tilley, they bring together quality and creativity in all their products, from personal leather goods through to their travel wear. John Huffnagel the controls. First down Bombers just across their 20-yard line. They lead it 37-4. And again, Huffnagel stays on the ground. Cantner again
Well, a great read by Walker, number 64. He almost took the handoff. A very frustrated Trevor Kennard on the sideline for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. 1 point away from the scoring record for a single season, and he's got only 5 more minutes to get into field goal range. Winnipeg second now and about 12.
Drop play is called.
Trevor says throw it.
Yeah, wait. He's saying, John, what are you doing out there? There's Trevor waiting for that. The last time they were in the scoring range, of course, Huffnagel does a great job of evading a rush and buying himself time, and Willard Reeves makes a great catch in the end zone for touchdown.
Yeah.
So Trevor sits at 194 points. The record is 195. And the Bombers punting the ball away.
And David Cutler sitting in Edmonton with a slight smile on his face.
Punt coming down to Richie Hall at his own 45-yard line. He is drilled before he gets to the 50. Nimitz, number 62, making the tackle. 44-yard kick and a 5-yard return. 4:40 remaining in the ball game. And the Bombers in front. Richie Hall and the Stampeders 37-4. Is only 13-1 at halftime. Bombers have blown it wide open here in the second half, taking advantage of a couple of turnovers in the third quarter, and putting a total of 24 points up. And the Stampeders responded with just a field goal. Vavra throwing incomplete. Emmanuel Tolbert still has not cut a pass tonight. Tyrone Jones providing the coverage. Jones went right into the Winnipeg bench over there. He's limping back onto the field. And he says he'll stay in, though.
What an outstanding day Jones has had again from that linebacking position. Winnipeg's nominee is the Shenley Award candidate for defensive player.
Vavra takes it himself, gets to the midfield stripe and hauled down by Tony Norman, number 55, short of the first down by about 3 yards.
Well, Winnipeg's punt return team was coming on the field, but Calgary is going to try and retain possession. Why not? 3:43 remaining.
Third down and 3 yards to go for the Stampeders at the 55. Vavra will not get it away.
Exactly what Trevor Kennard needed.
Yeah.
A turnover right here.
The ball goes to the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Tony Norman sacking Greg Vavra. 1st and 10 Winnipeg at the 55. And Trevor is getting ready. At 194 points on the season, the record is 195, set in 1977 by Dave Cutler.